Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is a screencast-o-matic presentation tutorial that's meant to help you out with parts 3 and 4 for the lesson on congressional elections. Before we get started, please let me encourage you to open up to today's lesson and scroll down the correct section, and let me walk you through the step-by-step directions about how to complete both parts. As you can see here, for part 3, you're going to be analyzing key players of Congress. This particular part of the assignment allows you the chance to actually understand a little bit more about our direct senators and representatives. Using the sources provided here that have been hyperlinked to the Google Doc, you're going to, of course, find out more about senators from Pennsylvania. There are 2 of them. And then, of course, you're going to find out about our direct representative from our specific district, down here below the dotted line. Please remember that all information and criteria can be found from the links provided up here. Just make sure that you use the correct links for the correct person. So, for example, for a representative, make sure you use the House links that have been included here. And for senators, make sure that you've used the links provided here as well. Once you click on the links, of course, don't be afraid to tinker around a little bit more to find out the correct people or features that you do need, and you should be able to find what you need in this capacity. Please also keep in mind that if you have any experiences or trouble looking at specific facts or data that you need for the chart, please don't hesitate to reach out as I can help and assist you accordingly. One other thing I want to point out here, in the sake of Pennsylvania, obviously there's a fair amount of representatives, but for our representative, of course, you're going to have to go down to a fair bottom of the list, and then you will find what you need. With that being said, something else to keep in mind about this particular part of the lesson is that you're probably going to find a lot of information here, a lot of pop-ups in regards to fundraising campaign contributions, but don't let that dissuade you from finding the information that you need. Please keep in mind, too, that the About pages and links will provide you the most important parts for the things that you need. So, for example, an About page can provide you a lot of information that goes inside the chart, respectively. Okay, here are the key criteria that you're going to be analyzing for that part of the lesson: their name, their age, their political party affiliation, Republican or Democrat, the number of years they served in Congress. Please include a picture of each of the representatives here. Please put the state that they're from. In all of our cases, are going to be from Pennsylvania. If they hold any congressional leadership positions at all. Educational background, like where they went to college or school, previous career opportunities and occupations, their ethnicity, their religion, congressional committees they currently serve on, and bills, if any, that they're currently sponsoring in the Congress as we speak. Once again, remember, all that information can be found from these series of links up here. Let's go ahead and move on now to the next part of the lesson, and let me walk you through quickly how to do that. For part 4, you're simply completing map interactive exercises to depict the current U.S. Senate makeup and the current Congressional House makeup as well. So let me show you how to do that. For the first part here for the Senate, what you're going to do is click on the link right here. And what you're going to essentially do is you're going to find 2 places in each state to represent the 2 senators. Keep in mind, Pennsylvania has a Republican senator, so you can click on the Republican button up here and then click on the state. And then they also have a Democratic senator, so you can click on the dot, and that represents down here the balance that we have in Pennsylvania. Keep in mind, you're going to have to do this for all states accordingly. So, for example, if a state has 2 Democrats as senators, you would do this. If a state has, say, maybe 2 Republicans as senators, you would do this. And then, of course, you would keep going on accordingly until you get the 50-50 split. That's, of course, the current makeup of the Senate. When it comes to the House, however, when you scroll down here, and by the way, don't forget to include your screenshot as it says right here. When it comes to the House, a little bit more complex because there are more districts to be concerned with here. So you're going to click on the link, and then, of course, you're going to see a blank interactive map like this. This blank interactive map will allow you the chance to click on a district. And remember that your task here, you might have seen this before with the Electoral College, is to click on all the districts a certain time to turn them a certain color. I believe it's once for red, twice for blue. And that, of course, should move your seat number up here to this way. You remember the Democrats hold a majority, so you should be, of course, shooting for a magic number here in this way. In some cases, you might have to zoom in, as you can see here, to click on the smaller, more finite districts. So please make sure you do so accordingly and accurately. When you're finished doing this, please then remember to, of course, take a screenshot and then upload it from your desktop to this portion right here. Once again, if you have any questions about the map and or any part of the assignment, please reach out accordingly before the deadline, and I'll be happy to help and assist. Thank you very much for tuning in, and good luck with completing the rest of the lesson.